Well, I think we've done 5 resets at this point. Ugh. Like, I want to get a female Chikorita to start this run off with, because I want to go to a more normal type run, in terms of the team layout, as far as what monsters are going to be running on it, but getting a female starter so I can, use it for breeding purposes later to set up the ideal, like, Chikorita, in my opinion, or the game, because it's going to be a rather late game by the time we finish it, is proving rather difficult. All because the spread for male-female ratio on Chikoritas is bad. Well, that's true for all starters. It's just really wonky how they did it. It's like 9 to 10 or something like that. So you almost never come across, a female Chikorita on your first try. Hence why we end up keep resetting. We'll go with just the default name at the top. It doesn't require us to, like, start entering a specific name. Because that would take too long, and we're already on reset, like, every, 4 minutes or so trying to get this ideal Chikorita. And by ideal, I just mean a female Chikorita. I'm not worried about the stat values. I honestly think if this keeps up for much longer, I'm just gonna use a cheat code. Because the ratio is just that bad. And I do want to get, other stuff done tonight. It's Thursday. Yeah, we're gonna bank on this hopefully being correct, so we won't have the correct day of the weekend there. Because it simplifies things for us. After all, we are gonna have to go to the going around the department store on a Sunday to get, a certain move at some point. But yeah, we need to get through a whole bunch of conversation here. It's why I'm getting a bit annoyed and thinking about doing a cheat to just get a female Chikorita that way. Because constantly going through this stuff is getting on my nerves. So it takes the better part of 4 minutes to just get to the Chikorita to check it. And I'd rather, do something else. I'm not sure what we're going to do after this. I've been thinking about doing another run through Pikmin. I realize it's somewhat indulgent, but I do enjoy the game, so it's hard to make myself want to stop. It's sort of like Seven Kingdoms in that regard. Sort of like I keep coming back to Pokemon Crystal, Like, this is a game I easily sunk hundreds of hours into as a kid, and I still like to play it. Even though I'll admit the ratio for certain things isn't that great, like for combat levels. Like, I know they're trying to give you more options, in the mid-game for where you could go, but it's still a bit disappointing. Okay, we finally found one. Yay. Well, what to go with. Well, that'll work, I guess. For this Chikorita is the canvas we will build, the ultimate Chikorita off of. Yes, next to the over. Now we're definitely have to use Headbutt to find an Execute for that. Yes, we could use Hoppip to get Leech Seed, but we'd have to then get to level 20. Execute learns at 13, so we'd only have to get up 2 levels. Not 2 levels, 3 levels, sorry, because we get it at level 10 from a tree with Headbutt. And 3 levels is a lot lower than going up, like 18 levels we'd have to do with a Hoppip. Plus, we'd have to find Hoppip during the day, and after I get done recording, we're probably gonna call it quits on this run for a while. After all, I got other stuff to work on for the month still. A lot more. Okay, that was surprising. I figured I would've got caught. Well, I know where a potion's at, but I don't want to get it. Ah, hoot oddly enough, I did not put a flyer on the team. I wanted to leave at least one slot, you know, for an HM slave, and then maybe be able to switch out, you know, a team member, you know, to cover certain battles if we have to get an HM slave to get there. So we're gonna leave, you know, the 6th slot open for probably a Gyarados. And that's because Gyarados makes an excellent HM slave because it can cover 4 of the 5, no, not 5. There's more than 5 TMs now. There's like, what, 7 of them or something stupid? I forgot how many there are total now, but yeah. Plus, you know, we can use this starting Chikorita to do cut and stuff too, so that's also good. Boom, 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 let's just walk. And grab a berry. Knowing my luck, I'll find an ideal Poliwag immediately, but we won't be able to use it. Okay, let's just ignore the old man. He gives us a map, but honestly, I don't have much use for those. Like, unless I'm looking for a specific Pokemon. That means I go to Bulbapedia to look it up. So, you know, wouldn't matter. But yeah, it's weird. Like I try and can't come up with a team for this run. And I just kept coming back to Gen 1 Pokemon. I guess it just shows the problem with a lot of the Gen 2 Pokemon is they're just, you know, copies of Gen 1 monsters. In a lot of regards, like, that's how Typhlosion works. It's just a worse Charizard, essentially. Or I suppose you could argue better since it does have 4 times rock weakness. And isn't vulnerable to stuff like Thunder Punch. It's not like the fly cards really helps Charizard out that much. Yeah, I guess it gives it a ground immunity, but that's not enough in my opinion. I mean, I know ground attacks like Earthquake are uber common, but still. Nope, not the Poliwag we want. We need a male one. Which I don't know if we'll level much past like level 7, but we still want a male one. If I had to pick the biggest problem we're going to face in this run is that some of the monsters we want are rather rare. Though thankfully we can cheese out the Abra. Because in Pokemon Crystal you can buy one from the game corner for 100 coins. It comes out as level 5, but when you get to Goldenrod you can buy access to Fire Punch, Ice Punch, Thunder Punch. And Abra can learn all those, and he can easily take care of monsters in the forest to get up to level 16. Like, I have no doubt we'll be able to level up an Abra from level 5 to 16 relatively easily. So yeah, I'm not worried about getting Abra. Psyduck, on the other hand, I think is like, I want to say a 5 or 10% encounter at a certain time of day in the forest. So yeah, only being able to find certain Pokemon during certain hours is a bit annoying. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try and complete your stupid Pokedex. After all, that's not my goal. My goal is to, you know, level up a team and just go for it. I don't know, someone probably proposed at some point, like, you should do a Nuzlocke or a hardcore Nuzlocke. I'm just like, no. Like, if I do stuff like that, I'm almost guaranteed you I'm going to cheat. Like, I have a hard time dealing with losing. Like, I'm willing to take, you know, bad victories, you know, but outright losing tends to get underneath my skin in a lot of cases. I mean, I've lost fights in something like Rome Total War before, but I always knew I was going to lose at some point, you know, in the battle I was doing. Like, when I was doing the Alamani run at one point, I had to give up on a battle, because I'm just like, well, We were gonna be attacked by the Horde repeatedly, and it's just too much, you know, when we got to the second army. Mainly because they were, you know, shooting the crap out of my spearmen, and I didn't bring enough to deal with it. So I was just forced to give up because I lost my front line. So I couldn't hold the choke point without using, you know, units not really intended to do that. And even the Spirit Warband was probably not an ideal pick for it. Like, if I had used a better unit, they would have held up better, but... You know, I don't have a great Spear unit I could have used, probably. At least not that would be low-value crap like I like to use, so I can spam a lot of armies. Like, there's a reason I tend to be hyper-aggressive, because I don't want the enemies to tech up too high, because it gets in my way. And I'm like, give me Chod, lots of it, and I will conquer the world. But you're gonna have lots of Choddy boy armies running around, you need to have lots of funds to support having, you know, like 3 or 4 armies constantly trying to attack stuff. Honestly, I don't know how this is gonna go. Cyndaquil hits pretty weakly. But we were already injured coming into the fight, and we didn't gain any levels, you know? I suspect it's gonna make me use my berry. Yep. And our hits are so weak because we're female that, you know, it's gonna take a lot to win here. That's fine. After all, I just want to be able to get to the point where I can start catching monsters. Oh, good, a critical hit. I still need 2 more. Come on. Oh, I guess we were within range of 1. Well, that'll gain us a level. But I still needed, what, another 1 or 2 to pick up a Razor Leaf? Yes, yes, the world's greatest Pokemon master, whatever. That's why he's running away, you know, crying, because he lost. But he's supposed to be a winner, and he knows it. Deep in his soul. Well, let's see. Just gotta get over this way, and we can go looking for some monsters to fill up the roster. Boom. Let's report our discovery. Yes, yes, a young male with long red hair. Nah, that don't work. I can't do anything clever with that. You know, I wanted to put like an up part on there, but yeah, Little Red. You know, Little Red Riding Hood. But let's hand over the egg. Yep, blown away. Yes, a truly great discovery. Yes, incredible. After all, Retro's got an eye for talent. That's nice. Yep, the one in Violet City. Yes, long and arduous. Well, at least they'll give us some starting balls, right? Okay, the question is, can I find Geodude in that one area right now? Like, I probably will have to look it up. But that'll do it for, this episode. Next time, you know, we'll, show up and start making our way to Pilot State with, hopefully, you know, an expanded team. After all, we do need certain monsters, you know, sooner rather than later. Till next time, then. See ya.